As you've gotten into the tape this week, the Cleveland cornerback safety group in particular, what have you seen from their play?
Yeah, they're really good. Really good players across really their whole defense. That's a big reason they're the top-ranked defense in football right now. So obviously, I think a lot of it starts with their front, and it's not just Miles. We all know what kind of player that Miles Garrett is, but they've got a lot of guys that are hard penetrating front that cause a lot of problems for quarterbacks, and I think that allows the DBs to kind of tee off on some things, and but they also play aggressive man coverage too. So it's a really well coached unit, and we're going to have our best game offensively.
You had said the other day you thought Belton played pretty solid for first start. Just specific, what did you like about the way he played, and where did you kind of see maybe some room for improvement if he's called in?
Yeah, I thought he just did a great job all in all. And obviously, it starts with knowing what to do, but going out there and playing with really good physicality. He had a couple knockdown blocks. The one play that you'd like to have back is the holding penalty, where we just got a little loose with wide with our arms that caused a holding penalty, and it took points off the board. But outside of that, I thought he played really, really well.
Will either Banks or Tom practice today?
Yes. Yeah, limited.
Matt, both of these defenses have gotten off to a really good start against the run. Do you see these two defenses kind of similar against the run, or are there things that you guys do differently than they do? Or?
I would say that there's similarities in regards to how hard both units play and the style of play. There's definitely some different things from a front structure and just how these guys are an attack front. They're going to cause a lot of penetration up front. And then they're going to try to get 8 guys in the box. And so there's been a lot of ugly runs on tape when going against this defense.
When you went back and looked at the film, what was the most impressive part of Tucker's night against Washington that you saw?
Oh, just his ability to make big plays. He was perfect on his ops, and then I just love his mentality after the catch, playing physical. Obviously he had the one on the little keeper that we ran, or that little boot pass that we dumped off to him, where he was able to throw the defender out of the way and get a bunch of yak. So, but yeah, he's going to need another strong performance this week.
What do you respect most about Flacco and the career he's had?
Oh man, I mean, the guy's he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He worked with my brother a little bit with the Jets, and Mike said he just raves about the person. And then, he's one of the purest throwers I've ever seen on tape. And I mean, obviously I've gone against him a few times. So you got to be really dialed in terms of your coverage, because it's going to be tough to fool him. There's nothing that he hasn't seen. I think a big key is just going to be able to try to get him off the spot, get pressure to him. I always tell our guys, whether it's our quarterback or anybody else, it's hard to throw from your back. So I think that's going to be critical. But he can make every throw. He's super intelligent. He throws on time. The ball's going to come out of his hand. So I've got a lot of respect for him.
Going back to Tucker, as he's emerged as more of a weapon in the passing game this last year or so, just how has he progressed as a blocker?
I'd say same way. I just think that he continues to develop. I think one of the things that he's had to learn is Tuck is always a kind of guy that's going to try to embarrass you, if you will. He's going to try to do everything he can to have those big blow-up highlight reel blocks. And I don't think that's necessarily always the best way to go about it. Because at times, if you're overly aggressive, you'll get out of control and you'll end up missing the block. So I think that's something that he's had to learn when to take his shots and how to dial that back.
In the early going, what have you seen from Rasheed Walker's play at the left tackle spot?
Yeah, I thought Sheed's another guy that's done an outstanding job, and obviously he's going to have a huge job this week. With Miles primarily lining on the left side, although they'll do a good job. They'll move him around. And it could be game to game where he lines up, but I would anticipate that's a big time matchup right there.
And how much are you guys still just figuring out the best ways to use the two rookie receivers, Savion and Matthew Golden?
Well, the beauty is that I don't think we have to force anything. It can kind of organically happen over time, and that's how much confidence we have in that group. So a lot of it truly allows the quarterback to read everything out, and take or go wherever the ball needs to go based on whatever coverages we're seeing.
As far as Jordan Morgan goes, he has all training camp at left tackle, then the season starts, he goes back to guard. How have you seen him handle that?
Yeah, I think he's been super resilient and has attacked it with a great mindset and attitude, and that could be frustrating for a lot of players is you want to get in a groove and stay at one spot, but I do think that's one of the things that has allowed us to be flexible up front is our ability to train these guys in other spots. It might not be the best for the short term, but I think in the long term, it's the best play.
Jaden tweeted out that, he had surgery on his foot as well. Do you expect that to kind of affect his timeline for his return later in the season?
No. I think it'll actually help him in the long run.